And we're live.
Hey everybody, can everyone hear me okay? That's the first thing I always want to make sure of. Just in case you can see me, you can hear me, everything's okay, I think. I've got Mr. Trent manning the comments section back here. And we got Traden today, who's holding the camera, and he does a little shake there, as he does a shake for y'all. So this is Takeover Tuesday. I guess I'm kind of on all of these right now, right? Because John's away on vacation. Hinckley is away on vacation as well. So we got a little bit of the summertime blues going on here at the Acoustic Shop. We're missing some of our family here. But yeah, tell us where you're watching from. Tell us how your weekend was, and Trent will read those off to me with any questions that you have to start.
All right, so we got Clint is the first commenter today, so congrats, Clint. That's as early as I can see. He had the first comment at 1:13 p.m. today, so a little over an hour before the stream. Everybody's here. Don Curtis is here. They talked amongst themselves there. Elle is here as well. Everybody's kind of talking amongst themselves.
Yeah. And it's a good place to do it. And for those of you who don't know, we do have a Facebook page now called the Dreadnought Underground. Is that right? And we've been having a lot of people join, and that's been kind of a really cool new place for us to interact with you guys and vice versa. So that's been a lot of fun. Been seeing a lot of cool photos of people's guitars posted and things of that nature. So yeah, hopefully that continues to grow and we get more people joining the acoustic guitar and mandolin and banjo and everything community. So
Jennifer says, "May I lead with nice mustache, Corey?"
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have a blonde mustache, so it's silly, and I can't grow as good a one as Jeremy can, but that's okay. So yeah, I guess to Tuesday here, I kind of wanted to start off by telling you guys kind of a general idea of what we're going to be doing today and what we're going to be going through. So I want to talk about some Breedloves for a little bit, and then I want to kind of go through some really, really special custom shop Martins that I haven't had a chance to play yet. John unboxed these, most of these, I believe, about maybe a week ago or so. I haven't had a chance to play them, so I'm really looking forward to trying those too. And then we're going to talk about a special kind of a promotional thing that we have going throughout June, as well as another kind of secret thing coming up here. So, guys, it is Breedlove Month. So Breedlove Month means that we are partnering with Breedlove to kind of spread their message, show off their guitars, do a bunch of content about Breedlove, Bedell, and just honestly, just a lot of different things to kind of talk about with that company and how much we love that company, the people who work there, the people who build these incredible guitars for us that we then get to you all. And one of the first ones I wanted to start off with today was just some of Corey's picks, if you will, some of my favorite sounding and looking guitars. And this one I figured would be a great example of a guitar I absolutely think sounds amazing that I wanted to start off with. So Breedlove, if you're not familiar, Breedlove is a company that is based out of Oregon, Bend, Oregon. They make all of their guitars completely sustainable, and they only use sustainable wood choices. So what you'll find is that Breedlove is one of those manufacturers that is doing something really cool with Myrtlewood. For those of you who aren't aware, Myrtlewood is kind of a Northwestern America or a North America, Northwestern area wood that is kind of considered a driftwood, I think, but it just so happens to also be an amazing tone wood. This is an example of one, they call this the hot rod for obvious reasons, because it's kind of red and dark and beautiful. But this is all Myrtlewood, back, sides, and front, or top rather. Neck as well. We have the typical Breedlove enclosed tuners, and it's just, honestly, if you've never played a Myrtlewood guitar before, it's kind of this really interesting blend of woods. We actually had Tom Bedell come here about I think it was 2 years ago, maybe, if Trent can help me with that. I think it was maybe 2.5 years ago or so.
Something about that.
And basically, he came basically to do a TED Talk of sorts about their company and their values and everything. And he said something that I'll never forget, which is Myrtlewood is a blend of all of the EQ. And I thought that was really cool because it kind of has the lows, the mids, and the highs. And there's not a lot of other woods out there that encapsulate all of the spectrum or the sonic spectrum. And yeah, I wanted to play this for a minute so that you guys could maybe get an idea of what Myrtlewood sounds like when it's made as exceptionally as this hot rod is. Beautiful, sustained, incredibly articulate guitar, which is something I think that surprises me a little bit with the way that they voice their guitars. It is maybe like a touch on the brighter side, but I think sometimes as guitar players, when we think of bright, we think of bad, or we see it in a derogatory form. But it doesn't have to be, and it's not necessarily meant to be that way. It's actually purposefully brighter, but also incredibly articulate and a great type of brightness that makes the guitar sizzle and just sound fantastic, I think. But ultimately, it's up to you all, too, and your opinions, because all of this is subjective, of course. But I just think that is a tremendous, personally, I really think these are amazing sounding guitars. This is a cool one. Comes with the LR bags, Anthem pre-installed, with, of course, Breedlove's kind of patented pinless bridge here. But I wanted to start off today by kind of showing off these.
Real quick, we got a question real quick. Herb Michael says, hope you can find some time to discuss the sound and playability of a D28 Billy Strings and the very expensive D28 VTS that cost $9,000. So I guess the playability between the two of them.
Yeah, well, so I haven't played the D28 VTS, although to my understanding, VTS just means they're...
talking about the authentic D28 that we...
Oh, okay, the authentic D28, sure. So there's quite a few things to discuss there between those two, and unless there's any other questions, Trent, we can talk about that for a minute.
You can go for that one.
So the D28 Billy Strings. The D28 Billy Strings is a very, very similar guitar to what the HD28 already is, but there's a couple of big differences and one is that it's a short scale, so it is 24.9 inches as opposed to 25.4. Is that right? Am I getting my numbers mixed up?
So the Billy Strings is 25 even.
Oh, okay.
The full scale is 25.4.
So the Billy Strings is 25 even, and then you have 25.4 inches on a standard Martin D28, right? So that's a big difference right there. So you have short scale versus long scale. The next thing that's going to be the big difference with the D28 is versus the Billy Strings. The Billy Strings is a 1 in 23/32 nut width, as opposed to a standard Martin D28 being 1 3/4. So very small differences. Those are the only ones that I'm aware of, or the only differences there. So to me, ultimately what that means is that between, it allows you to choose between, do I want a short scale HD28 or do I want a long scale HD28, basically. And it just so happens that the short scale one is a Billy Strings model. So there's that. Now, as far as to how that compares relative to the authentic D28, extremely, extremely different guitars in the way that they're made, the materials used. The biggest differences to the Authentic are going to be hide glue used throughout, a T-bar reinforced truss rod, so there is no adjustable truss rod on the Authentic. It's T-bar reinforced with a thicker period accurate neck. It has a more period accurate finish overall with an Adirondack spruce top. And so technically the Authentics are a custom shop guitar, while the D28, I guess the Billy Strings is a custom shop too, but the Billy Strings is much more akin to the standard HD28 than the Authentic is. So drastically different guitars in their playability and really just overall construction. So I guess the types of guitars those are appropriate for. D28, obviously if you're a Billy Strings fan, that would be a great one. But also if you just want a short scale, modern guitar. And then the Authentic would be if I want a vintage inspired D28. So I guess in a long-winded way, that's how I would address that.
All right, and then Shovel says, could we hear a sample from the Gibson J185 recently listed?
I don't have it over here right now, but we certainly can if Dawson would mind grabbing that for me. So J185, I believe it's a consignment. It should be in, next door. Cool. Yeah, in the consignment section. Right. So yeah, we're going to get that going and we'll play that for you. This is a super cool guitar that we just recently got listed today. Yeah, any other questions, Trent?
I'm looking real quick. Do you have a Martin Retro Dreadnought and the D10E? A comparison would be nice.
I don't know if I have any D10s over here. I do have the Retro Plus. So for those of you not familiar, this is the Martin Retro Plus. This is a torified Sitka spruce top, ebony bridge and fretboard. And then we have Martin's Fishman standard pickup in here with mahogany back and sides, all solid. Big difference is that these are made in their Navajoa factory down in Mexico. Now this is much more of a bluegrass guitar than the Myrtlewood I just played, so I'll play a little bit more of that style. So these are excellent guitars. They have your standard open gear Grover tuners there, and these have a gig bag with them and list at just around $1,900. So excellent choice, kind of a player-ready Martin, if you will. There are some other guitars I would recommend in as well in a different price point, but if you're wanting a Martin that is like this, under $2,000, it is a great option.
All right, another quick question. Do you have any Martin O-size guitars or similar from another manufacturer?
I don't think I have any single O size guitars. We have, no, those are double O's from Eastman. Really, I think the only like single O Parlor style guitar I have in here right now, this is a very high-end one, is the Heritage Goose from Boucher. This is a tremendous guitar, by the way, folks, and kind of an expensive one, but a beautiful one. It is a torified Adirondack spruce with of course, the 12 fret design, slotted headstock, ebony bridge, and fretboard. And the cool part is the maple that back and sides and neck, and we have a torified maple here. This is a tremendous, beautiful sounding little guitar. All right, beautiful. Boucher's, excuse me, you get some water. Got my throat. Boucher's are absolutely wonderful. They do just such great stuff. And really, there's so many good guitar manufacturers out there right now that are doing, the most amazing stuff. Bedell, Breedlove, Martin's making guitars better than ever.
Speaking of Martin, somebody asked, does Martin send a truss rod wrench with all of their guitars? I think they do, right?
That's a great question. And I think that the answer is I don't think so. Because I've looked inside their cases many times, and they typically, so in most Martin cases that I have seen, they have a QR code to scan for registering your warranty, and then they have an in pin in a little pouch. But I haven't seen truss rods in their cases, so I don't think so.
All right, and then, sorry, we're getting more requests here.
Yeah, you're
Can
good.
we hear the used 2022 Bedell Coffee House Adirondack Rosewood Parlor guitar, number 2009?
Yeah, we can work on that. I don't have it over here either right now, at least in the store. So would have to see if someone could grab it for us.
Yeah.
That would be the big thing there.
All right, and I think we're all caught up. Oh, Herb Michael wanted to know the price of the last Parlor.
Oh, the Heritage Goose?
Yeah.
It's a little pricey. It's I think just under $7, $69.39. Tremendous single O Parlor style guitar, made of course by our good friends up in Canada, Boucher.
Right.
So yeah, I can't recommend those guitars enough, especially those of you out there who have played Bouchers. They are, in our opinion, I would say, I think I can speak for most everyone here at the shop, cream of the crop instruments, really good stuff.
All right. Looks like we're all good, so go ahead and open something if you want.
Yeah, so I guess we're going to move on to kind of the next section here, and here in a little bit we may have a special visitor come by and say hi. He may make an appearance. But I hadn't had a chance, guys, to look at any of these Martins that had arrived, and I wanted to check out our custom shop stuff and get some impressions. So here we are. All right. I don't have any tags on these, so I don't know what all has been done here.
I think that's the all walnut one.
This is the walnut back and sides. Okay. You got to play this too. John got to play them. That sounds great. So looks like we have a Sitka top and a all walnut back and sides. This is a custom shop one that we got while the guys were, I say the guys, the Chapmans were up in Nazareth, Pennsylvania just about 2 weeks ago. And John and Jeremy and Jason all picked out some of their favorite custom shop guitars to bring back with us, and this is a great sounding guitar. Walnut is always an
black walnut.
Black walnut back and sides, 14 fret dreadnought, pretty standard as far as the specs go, I believe, at least looking at everything.
This one's exclusive to people that visit the shop. You can only buy it if you go over there and visit.
Oh, cool! So this was one, and our special guest who has yet to be named.
That's me. It's Jeremy.
He said that these were exclusive black walnut and Sitka spruce guitars that were only available for those who came up to Nazareth to pick out instruments in their custom shop. So very cool.
We got two of those, and we got two of the
Cool. So we got some two triple O black walnuts.
So far we only got one of each, but we'll be getting more this year.
Yeah.
Right.
So if that's something you're interested in, that's a cool one.
Those are on the website.
Mm-hmm. On the website.
Don Curtis says, how important is it to register a new guitar under warranty? Does it, wait, he kind of had a typo there. Does it void the warranty if you do not register with the manufacturer?
So,
Or how important is it, I guess, yeah.
how important is it to register a warranty? I would say quite important if you plan on keeping your guitar for sure. If you have a guitar that you are within your return period for, I'd probably recommend to hold off on that for just a minute. But if this is your guitar now and you love it, you should register it with the company that you got it through.
Most of them have gotten a lot stricter on if you don't register in that period.
Absolutely.
Because they don't want people passing it off and selling it using
Yes.
the next owner getting the
And
warranty.
it is important to pay attention to each manufacturer that you purchase from a time window to register, because oftentimes different manufacturers will have different time windows that you're allowed to register in. It could be a month, it could be 6 months, it could be 48 hours. We're not sure. Depends on the manufacturer. So yeah. Let's keep looking at some stuff unless we got any other questions, Trent.
All good right now. Everybody's kind of Bulldoggers in the chat. Shoppe, Alex A.
This is
Andy A. L.
crazy.
John's in the chat too.
John? Who's that? Oh, okay.
Somebody should be.
Whoa! That is a gorgeous sounding guitar.
I'm going to talk over Trent's shoulder because he's got a mic on. This
Wow.
one blew us away. The maple back and sides on it, it has a really full sound for maple. And the finish on it was kind of an experiment. I think they call it toasted. That's something that Jimmy up there in the custom shop was experimenting with that look, and it turned out so gorgeous with that maple
This
back and sides.
this guitar sounds unreal. It's bright, but it's like kind of what I was talking about with the Breedlove earlier. Is it's got the brightness, but it's the good type of brightness. You know, it's the kind that you want to hear out of a guitar. This one looks like it has Evo frets.
Yes.
Evo frets, and it's got the hexagonal inlays. I think that's what they call those. And the full abalone treatment around the sides here. And it looks like some sort of liquid metal pins or brass pins,
The
maybe.
liquid metal bridge pins, yep.
Man. With my personal favorite, the vertical CF Martin logo. And abalone as well. This is a gorgeous sounding guitar, y'all. This is looks like a small jumbo, maybe? Or
This is their Grand Performance.
Grand Performance, okay. Man, that was
That finish turned out awesome. And
that was a treat
It's-
to play.
like I said, it's really clear, but not missing or lacking in the bass end.
No, clear and beautiful.
All right, somebody said, be honest. How good is the Yamaha FSX5 Red Label compared to the expensive ones?
FSX5 compared to the FS9, I'm assuming,
FG9?
or
Yeah,
FG or
we just said
FS
more
or
expensive.
FG9. Well, slightly different builds, right? The FG9 or the FS9 is I believe that they do a slightly different overall just look and approach to those. The FS9 has a different pick guard than the FS5. FS5 has the kind of wood pick guard. I would say that there's some nuances to the 9s that are quite nice and maybe slightly more boutique sounding and looking, as well as the case and some of the things that come with the guitar. But the FS5 is an excellent guitar too. They're both made in Japan. And if you're looking for a slightly, what would be the word? A guitar that's a little less ornate and a little less maybe boutique, then the FS5 I think would be an excellent option. Yeah. All right, so we're going to get to a couple of the things that people requested here. If I can, I'm just kind of speeding through these so we can make sure to get to everybody's questions. So here I have a J185. This is looks like a cutaway. I think this is a 2012. So we're gonna. Man, that's a good sounding guitar. You know, Gibson's always kind of surprised me when I play them. They have this like kind of dry, mid-rangey tone that is really cool. They have the rosewood bridge and fretboard, of course, the big old pick guard. This is a used one, a consignment in our shop from a local patron of the store, and is a nice big sounding guitar. That's as bluesy as I get. I always think of blues whenever I think of Gibsons.
You got a Gibson here recently, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I have a 1954 LG3 that my grandpa left behind, and it's got a lot of problems. I'm gonna have to get some stuff fixed on it, but I do love that guitar. I think my grandpa got it for like $5 at an estate sale, which is cool. All right, so we got a Bedell here as well, someone requested. This one is Adirondack spruce and East Indian rosewood. Looks like we got a Parlor guitar with of course, the nice pyramid bridge. Looks like, yeah, really nice looking.
Wicked chords, Corey.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, what a beautiful... Bedells are just awesome, man. And it's one of those things where... this one has Waverleys on it, too. Waverly, kind of rustic, aged-looking tuners, maybe. Or at least a satin Waverly tuner.
The Angelica Bellissima?
I don't think so. I could be wrong. It's been a while since we've seen the Angelicas.
We're just receiving one, I think.
Yeah. No, this is a consignment. Yeah, this is a used one that we have in on consignment. So, of course, as most of you may know, we do accept consignments and trade-ins from time to time, and try to get those up as quickly as we can. So.
Just slower than we'd like.
Slower than we'd like, but I think everything is in life most of the time.
Bulldogger says Corey was using adult chords.
Adult chords?
Yeah, big boy chords.
Well, I'm a kid at heart, so. All right, let's continue with our Martin journey. It's as good a journey to go on as any. This is like a deep body double O or something. Can you tell me a bit about this, Jeremy?
I think that's a grand performance. Quilted Sapele grand performance.
Quilted Sapele, all
Using
quilted
the
Sapele.
Pomele.
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 Pomele. Interesting. Okay. I love this rosette. That is so cool. It looks like that mint candy that you can get at Silver Dollar City. Kind of. No one else, just me? Okay. this is 1369 is the last four.
Not too many of them.
Man, what a great sounding. These are all so good. Yeah, look at the back strip here. This it kind of looks like a mint green with like a red or something in between. I don't know. I'm not very technical with these things. I just
It's
like
also
playing.
colorblind.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm
Reds and greens.
I'm doing the best I can, Jeremy.
Elle said, is sapele a type of mahogany or similar in tone?
Same type of genus of wood, but I would say and obviously all of this is subjective, but it's fairly objective that sapele is a touch brighter overall than mahogany, I would say. But what is cool about sapele is that it tends to come in all these beautiful different types of patterns and quilting looks and things. We've gotten some amazing looking Eastmans in over the last couple of years with beautiful sapele back and sides, and I always love them. I would say it's very, very close in tonal, overall tonal tone to mahogany.
So that one is an all mahogany guitar.
So this one is all
I
mahogany.
was giving you the wrong specs. The next one will be all sapele, but this one is a deep body single row.
It's all right. We got a pretty good batting average so far.
This just makes John feel like his job's secure.
Yeah.
These 018s are only custom shop models now. The standard 018 has been discontinued.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to follow the same thing as kind of the M36.
Yeah, sure. All right. Let's see let's take a look at this last Martin, and then we'll start to come over. Oh, I think this is the
This is the
Quilted.
one I was talking about.
Yeah, this guitar I actually have played.
Homily sapele.
Oh boy. So this is a beautiful sounding guitar, y'all.
And looking.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Looks like we have maple binding throughout. We have abalone, front bound abalone. And yeah, gold tuners, man. That's a beautiful sounding guitar as well. What I love about all sapele or all mahogany guitars, what have you, is this this extremely like warm woodiness that you get out of it. I think a lot of people, well maybe not a lot of people, but I think people do attribute some of this type of sound to like old 70s folk music, Americana music, things of that nature. Great finger picking guitars. And really just versatile sounding mahogany or sapele guitars. In this case, this is absolutely gorgeous. Pompeian?
Homily.
Pamplemousse sapele. Pamplemousse sapele we got here. Just a tremendous one. And I think that, wow, all right. Those are our custom shop Martins. I got to play them. So now I can say that I've tried them out live on camera.
We've got some reports of delayed audio. I don't have a way to adjust that, so sorry about that, but hopefully it'll sync back up for you.
That's all right. I'll try to sync it manually on my end. Just move my lips. Ugh. All right.
Are we an authorized Martin repair shop?
We are not.
We are not, but we can certainly help to answer your questions if you have any questions about it and direct you to where you need to go.
All right.
Yeah, so I guess, what kind of questions do we have, Trent?
You talked about the new financing, right?
Haven't quite got there yet. That was actually going to be my next thing.
Yeah, we don't have any questions
Okay.
so far. Yep.
So for the month of June, y'all, we are doing 18-month interest deferred financing through Synchrony. So we've upped that a little bit, and that's going to extend to everything over $400. But of course, we want to highlight the Breedlove and the Bedell stuff that we have in here because it is Breedlove month. So we're going to be doing 18-month financing for everything, starting pretty much now, right, Jeremy? We're going to be. So if you have any questions about that or anything, if there's,
buy all the Martins.
you could get any of these Martins, you could get any of the Breedloves, the Bedells, everything that you need, and we will be running that through June in honor of our Breedlove month. So that was the one thing I really wanted to touch base on, is that promotional thing that we have going on right now. The next thing that I wanted, and I'll probably enlist Jeremy's help a little bit with this, so hopefully you all can hear him through Trent.
Snuggle up to Trent here.
But we are, and I actually am going to pull up the TV screen over here to kind of show you guys what's going on. On our website right now, we have guitars for vets.
So it's on the home page.
Yeah, the home page, you can scroll down and you will see there's a couple different buttons that we can press here, but we are going to be supplying veterans throughout the country with guitars, and you can help that by clicking on Help Our Heroes here, and there are multiple donation links that you can choose to help donate for veterans. And you want to talk a little bit about that, Jeremy?
And when you're at the website, you can talk a little bit more. I'm going to talk in your mic, Corey.
Yeah.
I don't have one on. But we ran across Guitars for Vets a few years ago. I think they were at the NAMM show. And then I heard about them. We were thinking, what's something we could do to kind of give back, especially with Memorial Day coming up. We said, let's do something where we're going to donate 10 guitars. And I reached out to them, find out what their current needs are. They do a great program, and it's mostly for vets suffering from PTSD. They offer a 10-week lesson program where they get free lessons donated by different schools around the country, and then they'll have a 10-week program. At the end of that, when they graduate, they are gifted a guitar of their own, and then encouraged to join some of the local jam sessions, start bands. It's helped a ton of vets to really use the power of music to kind of cope with some of the stresses of warfare or just being in the military. So we started that by, and they said their biggest need right now, they've been having to turn away vets because they don't have enough guitars. So we reached out to Bedell, said, hey, we're doing the Breedlove week, or Breedlove month here at the Acoustic Shop. Is there somebody we can work together? So we got some great guitars and some really good prices on some guitars. Our goal is to donate over 25 by the end of the month. On Memorial Day, we donated 10, or committed 10 to that total. And then our goal is to hit 25 by the end of the month or more. And people can do that by donating directly here. If they click on that, they can do that. They can round that up when they make a purchase online. They can add to it.
Let's go to the next spot here.
There's also there was a chart down here. Is it gone? Progress bar.
Should be there, but
It went away. You can also go bid. We've got 3 Breedlove USA guitars that are on auction right now on one of the Guitars for Vets auction sites. And you can place your bid. We have 3 different, well, you got to sign in to do that. We don't want to sign in yet. But anyway, you can read all about the guitars and what they are, register to bid. A value of between $1,800 and $2,000, I think, for each of those. So you could win that, and all the money, all the money from those bids and those auctions will go to buy more guitars for vets. We assume each one of them will probably equal about 10 different guitars we can buy for the vets. So if you get a chance, you can bid on those, win yourself a great USA-built Breedlove guitar. There's 3 different options to choose from there, and again, all that money, all the proceeds from that will be going to buy more guitars for vets.
Absolutely.
So all the proceeds go directly to the guitars.
We're going to purchase the guitars from Breedlove to donate to Guitars for Vets.
Awesome. Okay.
And this is a big deal, guys. Like, this is
PTSD Awareness Month.
It's PTSD Awareness Month. We all know someone who has served, and it's super important to help support them even after their period of time serving. And some people have troubles and struggles, and this is extremely important and something that's important to us to do. So
they did research on it, and it showed like a 21% decrease in symptoms of PTSD. So
21% decrease in symptoms of PTSD with music helping. So that's something that we're really passionate about and is important to us throughout the entire month of June, but also just throughout the years. It's something that's on our minds. So this is our big thing that we kind of wanted to talk about at the end of the stream today. And of course, we checked out some awesome guitars here today. We checked out some really cool things. Is there anything you wanted to check out, Jeremy, or anything you wanted to
Have you got
talk
to play
about?
some of the Breedloves?
I did. I got to play the Hot Rod. Unless there's any other questions here, I want to check out one more before we leave.
So for Breedlove Month, we also do have a bunch of Breedlove artists that are going to be doing some video content with the Acoustic Shop. So we're going to be seeing a lot more from some of their artists and the styles of music that are being made on Breedlove. So it's going to be a fun month to really kind of reintroduce the brand at the Acoustic Shop.
It's going to be we're going to have a lot of content throughout this week and into the rest of the month. And I'm going to add to that content right now. Because I want to play another really cool guitar. There's actually a customer I was talking to about this guitar, and recently, this is the Tom Bedell Signature. Now this one is pretty cool. It is all 3A Myrtlewood, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's even got a little TB. Stands for Tom Bedell on the back there. We got the slotted headstock 12 fret design, and just a really good sounding small body guitar. Oh, we just got a donation?
Thanks to Dan for the donation. That's
Thank
right.
you, Dan. The beautiful Tom Bedell Signature, showcasing even more of what Breedlove has to offer. Just some really cool stuff, man. And this one's got the, I think this is the M80 or the M1. I can't recall which one exactly this is, but it's the magnetic style LR Baggs pickup. Really good sounding pickups overall. We got lots of cool Breedloves and Bedells in here right now.
Elle asked, she said, I was going to ask about this one, 25-inch scale, right?
Yeah.
On that one?
Should
Okay.
be a 25-inch scale. I'd have to double check because I've got about 10 million specs up in my head right now, and this one's feeling a little hazy off the top of it. But I can check, yeah.
Someone said, can you describe the Breedlove necks? How they
So,
feel?
Breedlove, I think overall makes a bit more of an approachable neck style and shape. I would say it tends to be on the slimmer side. Widely slimmer than most other manufacturers. And I think it's quite intentional to make them very easy playing guitars. So if you're a person who is who's used to like a medium-sized or a full-feeling neck, it would be quite a bit slimmer than that. Yeah.
All right, and that's got us caught up. Everybody's kind of talking
sweet.
amongst themselves. In the
I think that we
comments,
covered a lot of the stuff I was wanting to cover today. I mean, unless, of course, Jeremy joined me. If there's anything he wants to add to it.
The last thing, I don't think that we're going to be able to catch it on camera, but the Come and Go is going away, guys.
Yeah, we got Maverick
Speaking
now.
of Come and Go. I don't think you can see it because it's so bright outside, but
Yeah.
we have a Come and Go right across the street where we all get our drinks.
I frequent
It's
it.
bought out by
Yeah.
Maverick, which I think is a much less clever name for a convenience store. But this is the last week. If you have any Come and Go purchases you want to make, do it now, or you're not going to be able to do it again. It's the last.
Can we
it's
change
end of
the
an
title
era.
of our business to that?
Come and Go shop?
The Come and Go Shop. Yeah, so I guess that's the big stuff I wanted to cover today, guys. I wanted to tell you about the cool things that we're doing this month, the 18-month financing through Synchrony. If you'd like, you can call and we can get you the application to check that out, but it's 18 months interest deferred on anything in the store. We are highlighting Breedlove and Bedell content throughout the rest of this month. You'll be seeing a lot of that stuff come through on YouTube and probably on your socials as well. And then we got to play some really cool Martins today. All of those were amazing. I really like that maple one though. That was awesome. So those I guess that's about it for me. Unless there's anything you guys want to ask before we get out of here today.
All good, yeah. People are wanting a duet between you two, but we don't have another mic, so it would sound bad. But, yeah.
Probably have Corey tomorrow on Shop Talk. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we might have.
Yeah, maybe I'll be around tomorrow for the shop talk. So, yep, thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Thanks for struggling with me through my ramblings. And I hope that we get to talk to you guys more throughout the week. If you have any questions, you are always welcome to call and talk to me, Jonas, Austin, or we have a new employee here named James who is doing a great job as well. And we are more than happy to help anytime. And once again, thank you for coming and hanging out with me.
All right.